Hi, and welcome back to our Yes Fitness Longevity podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I'm going to go solo today rather than bring any guests on. And the reason for that is National Pet Peeve Week. Those people who know me know that I don't typically get on a soapbox and start ranting and raving about stuff. But there are some things in the fitness industry and nutrition that just drive me nuts, and they are my pet peeves. Things that I just don't understand why people don't listen to what we say, and why people continue to think that the things that their great grandparents did, or their grandparents, or their parents, or what they've done is the right way to do things. It's the only way to do things. And where science and research have shown that it's wrong, but people continue to do it, people continue to think that way. So today, I'm going to go over a few of my pet peeves about the exercise and nutrition industries. And hopefully I can shed some insight onto why it drives me nuts, and hopefully will change your minds. This is the time of the year, the summer's over, people are getting back to the gym. And often I'll have particularly women come through my door over the age of 40, because we do specialize in people 40 plus. And they mention that, I just can't seem to lose weight anymore. The underarms are flabby like bat wings. I still run on my treadmill constantly. I eat like a bird. I can't imagine eating any less than I eat, and I still can't seem to lose weight. I used to be able to eat and never gain weight at all. Or I would be able to just start to watch my eating again and continue to run, and the weight would come off. But now it just doesn't seem to happen anymore. And I look at them and say, you need to eat more and you need to lift weights. And they look at me cross-eyed saying, why would I do that? Why would I eat more? Why would I stop running? Why would I need to lift weights? Well, what they've done over the past 10, 15, 20 years is they've destroyed the metabolism. Your metabolism is made up of your organs. 80% of your metabolism is made up from your organs, and 20% of your resting metabolism is made up from your muscle mass. So the organs, we can't do anything about that, but we can do something about that muscle mass. And every time we lose muscle, our metabolism slows down. So I'm going to read for you a study, and then I'm going to show you an example of what happens to a typical body, male or female, when they just diet, or when they diet and just do cardiovascular work, especially steady state training like cycling or running or jogging, things like that. So this is a study on the long-term effects of very low-calorie diet in obesity treatment. A prospective randomized comparison between VLCD, which is very low calorie diet, and a hypocaloric diet plus behavior modification in their combination. So 27 people on the VLCD lost an average of 19 pounds in 8 weeks. That's 2.3 pounds per week. Now, I can't tell you how many people would be excited about that. Everyone would be excited about losing 19 pounds in 8 weeks, over 2 pounds a week. And I've had a ton of women come through my door and men say, wow, I just went on Weight Watchers and lost all this weight. Or I just did the Atkins diet and I just lost all this weight. But now I seem to be flabby, and what's going on? I want to start to try to change that. Or I've stalled, so what more can I do? They come to us for the answers. when I give them the answers, they look at me cross-eyed. Why do I need to lift weights? 32% of that was lean muscle tissue. 32% of those 19 pounds. So for every 13 pounds of fat lost, they lost 6 pounds of muscle. I'm going to say that again. 27 people lost 19 pounds in 8 weeks. That's 2.3 pounds per week. But the problem with that is every 13 pounds of fat loss also included 6 pounds of muscle lost. That 6 pounds of muscle slowed their metabolism. How much did it slow their metabolism? There's varying reports as to actually how much 1 pound of fat in caloric expenditure is at rest, anywhere from 5 to 10 or 12 calories. So that 6 pounds could be 30 pounds, maybe it's 60 pounds per day. Doesn't seem like a whole lot. But let me show you this example on what truly happens to the body as we yo-yo diet, as we continue to just do these different diets and never exercise correctly, never lift weights correctly. So give me 1 second while I set this up. I hope there's no glare and you can all see this example we have here. We use this example in our Drop 2 Gene Size kickoff seminar to help educate the people as to why we need to lift weights and when we need to take that shift in mindset, get away from the mindset of eating less, getting away from the mindset of only doing cardio, getting away from the mindset all I need to do is diet and walk, because this is what happens to your body. So in the example of the study I just gave you, over to the left here, pardon me, wrong side. Over here to your, I guess might be to your left, I don't know. The average woman weighs 180 pounds. The gold area, the yellow area, is fat. The blue area is bone and miscellaneous tissue. And the red or the orange area is considered muscle. So her makeup is 48 pounds of fat, 63 pounds of muscle, and the rest is 67 pounds. She goes on that diet now, right? That very low calorie diet for 8 weeks. She drops 19 pounds. She's super excited. I dropped 19 pounds. This is fantastic. The problem is, as we can see, she's all happy when she steps on the scale, but of those 19 pounds, she now went down 13 pounds of fat, but she also lost the 6 pounds of muscle. 13 pounds of fat, 6 pounds of muscle. So her metabolism is slower now. She ends up gaining all the weight back. Okay? She's back up to 180 pounds because this is what happens. When you stop doing what you're doing because you did a diet that you can't maintain that lifestyle for a long period of time, you can't maintain that crazy eating style that you did over a long period of time, you go back to the way you ate before, and now all of a sudden your metabolism is slower, so it takes fewer calories for you to gain the weight back. So she's gained back up to 180 pounds. She steps on the scale. What does she see? She sees fat. She's not happy anymore. She gained back all of the 19 pounds in fat. So she's up to 54 pounds of fat now, where she started at 48 pounds of fat. She's up to down to 57 pounds of muscle, whereas before she had 63 pounds of muscle. So she replaced all that with fat. Of course, she's not going to be happy. She doesn't feel good. She feels soft. Her clothes don't fit. So what does she do? And this could be a male as well. Please, I'm not just saying these are female. Males do the same thing. What do? They're going to go back on that very low calorie diet again. Guess what? It's got to be even lower calories now because your metabolism is slower. So this time after the 8 weeks, she lost 16 pounds again. Wahoo! I lost another 16 pounds. But those 16 pounds, she lost 13 pounds of fat and 6 pounds of muscle. Her metabolism is even slower now. She started with 48 pounds of fat. Now she has 41 pounds of fat. She started with 63 pounds of muscle. Now she's down to 51 pounds of muscle. That's 12 pounds of muscle loss. Her metabolism is even slower. Despite the fact that she's happy when she gets on the scale now, she has destroyed her metabolism by 12 pounds of muscle mass. As soon as she gets off this diet, because she can't maintain the diet that she's on, it's not realistic. There's not enough calories. She gains back and goes back to 180 pounds. How many times does this happen to people? How many times, maybe to you or someone you know, where they lost weight, they gained back and then some. They lost weight, they gained back and then some. Well, this person is back to 180 where she started. Okay, she's back to 180. But now she started with 48 pounds of fat. She's now up to 60 pounds of fat. There's 12 more pounds of fat on her body than when she started this cycle. She had 63 pounds of muscle. Now she's down to 51 pounds of muscle. She needs to gain 8 pounds of muscle to restore her metabolism to what it was when she started. 12 pounds of muscle. That might be 60 calories. That could be 144 calories a day less in her metabolism. That unless she gets her muscle back, it's going to affect her metabolism. And it's going to be tougher and tougher for her to maintain her weight because of the loss of metabolism. So I'm just going to take this example down for a second here. Thank you. That is the effect of yo-yo dieting. That is the effect of people just doing dieting or cardiovascular work and not lifting weights. So when people come up to me and they say, oh, and I'm not picking on Weight Watchers, it just comes out of my mouth quickly because a lot of people do Weight Watchers and they lose weight. That's the weight they're losing. They're losing fat. And it's not the weight we want to lose like that, because we don't want to lose weight like that and lose muscle at the same time. So often people will come and start to work out with us, and they might be doing Weight Watchers. I have a client right now who's doing Weight Watchers, and she's getting fantastic results, and she's still losing fat, and her scale weight's going down, but she's not losing muscle mass because we measure that all the time. I have a gentleman right now who is doing our Fit in 42 program, and the scale weight has gone down 1 pound. It's gone down 1 pound after 5 weeks of eating correctly and exercising 6 days a week and exercising really hard. But the reason there's only a 1 pound change is he's lost 6 pounds of fat and gained 5 pounds of muscle because he wasn't lifting weights the way he was correctly. The way he was lifting weights before is not what he needed to do to build muscle mass. So that, although the scale weight hasn't changed, his clothes are much thinner, are much looser. He's going down pant sizes because of this effect. So yo-yo dieting, no matter how successful that diet is, if you can't find a way to change the way you eat, if you can't find a way to sustain the changes that you make, you're going to affect your metabolism. And before you know it, you're going to gain all the weight back. And you can see what happens when you gain the weight back. You're gaining bad fat and your metabolism is slower. So that's one of my big pet peeves. Another big pet peeve that I have is when people come to work out, they break their butts in here, work real hard, and they don't follow up with the correct nutrition. Oh, that's just crazy. So I have a study for you here. And this study compared 3 groups following a hypocaloric diet for 12 weeks. Group 1 was a diet-only group. We know that's trouble already. Group 2 was a diet plus resistance exercise plus casein supplement. They took a casein protein supplement. And group was an identical to group 2, although they used a whey protein supplement. After 12 weeks, the diet-only group lost 5.5 pounds of fat and no change in lean mass. Whew. Thank God they didn't lose any muscle this time. But the resistance plus the whey group lost 9.2 pounds, okay, of fat and gained 4.4 pounds of muscle. The scale only went down 4.8 pounds, but they lost over 9 pounds of fat. Why is this? This is because not only did they do resistance training, but they fueled their bodies correctly by taking a supplement. Now, the resistance training plus the casein group showed a total fat loss of 15.4 pounds and lean muscle gain of 8.8 pounds. So the third group, the scale weight only went down 6.6 pounds, but they lost over 15 pounds of fat. So why do you come to my facility, pay me money for me to coach you? And when I tell you to eat a specific way, when I tell you to take a post-nutrition workout shake with you right away, take it, drink it 15, 30 minutes after you work out, again, you look at me cross-eyed like I'm trying to sell you a protein powder. I'm not. I would love to have you buy my protein powder because I know my protein powder is good stuff. There's no garbage in our protein powders. But I'm just trying to help you get the most out of your workout. I'm trying to get you the biggest bang for the buck for all the work you just did, all the weights you just lifted, all the metabolic work you just did, all the sweat, all the hard work that you did. Eat correctly. It's all it took was a protein shake after their workout, and they got much, much better results. I don't understand it. So that's two things. I'm not here to just sell you stuff. I'm here to help you get better, to maximize what you do. So those are two big pet peeves that I have about exercise and nutrition. One, the yo-yo dieting cycle. And when someone comes to my door and says, well, I eat good, I eat well, I don't eat fast food, I don't eat McDonald's. Well, maybe the foods that you are eating aren't enough. Maybe the combination of the foods aren't correct. Maybe you're not getting the correct nutrition at the correct times with your protein supplements. Maybe you're not lifting weights. Maybe you're not lifting weights correctly, because this is the correct way to lift weights, not just talking about form, but intensity and how often you should lift and things like that. All these things go into it, yet we think we can just go and follow somebody's diet plan for a little while. Yeah, you're going to be successful. Many people are successful, but in the long term, you're not going to be. Most people are not successful because they make changes they cannot maintain, and they've destroyed their metabolism. So that brings me to my third pet peeve, one that really hits home to me because of who I am and who my coaching staff are and what we try to portray ourselves as and what we really are at Y.E.S Fitness. And that is, we're not a gym. Y.E.S Fitness is not a gym. We are a hybrid fitness coaching center. We coach people. We help people achieve their goals. We coach them in their exercise, proper exercise. We coach them in their nutrition. We coach them in their de-stress habits. We coach them in their sleeping habits. We coach them in their hydration. We coach them in their supplementation. All these factors go into a good program, because we don't write workouts. We don't say, you know what, I'm going to the gym today, I'm going to work arms, or I'm going to work legs, I'm going to work back, I'm going to work chest. We write programs. We have beginning, middles, and ends. We start from the end and we engineer it back. It's the only way to get you to where you want to be. So we're not a gym. You can't compare us to a gym. You can't compare us to a boot camp. You can't compare us to a personal training studio. We are a coaching center. We coach people to help them gain their results. So if you come through my door and you're looking to use a treadmill, we're not the right place for you. If you come through my door thinking that I know how to do it, I can do it, I know what I'm doing, we're not the right place for you. If you come through my door looking for machines, I just want to lift some weights on my own, again, we're not the right place for you. If you're going to try to compare me to Planet Fitness at $10 a month or Edge Fitness or LA Fitness or any of those things, you can't, because they're not what we are. We're a coaching center. We help people. If the most important thing to you about your exercise program is that the fact we don't have a lot of machines, then we're not the right place for you. If it's about price, if the most important thing about your exercise program is the price and not results, then we're not the right place for you, because we're about getting people results. We're not about just coming in, doing a workout, kicking your butt, and saying goodbye, because that's not the point. The point is to help you achieve your goal, whatever that goal might be. Whether it's to improve your balance, whether it's to improve your bone density, whether it's to help you lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol, whether you know that you need to lose some fat, whether you need to gain some muscle. Those are things that we're going to do. Don't compare us to a personal trainer at LA Fitness, at Malibu Fitness, or any other facility. There are a lot of great personal trainers out there, but we're not personal trainers. We're coaches. We coach people to their goals. And that, quite honestly, is a real pet peeve of mine, because I can't tell you how many people come through the door and say, I just wanted to see what your gym is. We're not a gym, we're a coaching center. Well, I just want to come and work out. We don't just come and work out. You can come and work out and work on the program that we have set up for you. The program that we have designed specifically for you, based upon your goals and based upon your limitations, what you can and can't do. This time of the year, we get a lot of come in the door looking to just join for 3 months and use a treadmill. Why? Save your money and buy yourself your own treadmill. You shouldn't be just doing a treadmill anyway. Do you realize when you run, okay, this is a stat that most people don't know about running, and people say, oh yeah, running's good for me. It's good for my cardiovascular work. It's good for my heart. It helps reduce stress and all those things. But if you really think about running, jogging, however you want to put it, for every mile is 1,500 foot contacts. For every mile, it's 1,500 foot contacts. So that would be like me telling you to go stand in the corner and jump on one leg 1,500 times. Does that make a lot of sense? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Unless your goal is to be running marathons or 5Ks or half marathons, then I think you do need to do a little bit of running. But in general, it's not the best way to exercise. And if you are running and you're just running for your health, you still need to be doing some strength training, because you're not building muscle. You're not building muscle by cycling. You're not building muscle by hiking. You need to build muscle, because after age 30, we start to lose muscle mass, about a half pound of muscle a year. And that continues, and that accelerates once you reach age 50. So if you're not lifting weights, if you're not doing that, you lose a muscle mass, and you will be weak in your older age, and you'll be flabby. Do you want to look like a marathon runner? Maybe you do. I know a lot of people that don't want to look like a marathon runner because they look frail and thin, and they don't look like they have any muscle. Wouldn't you rack to maybe look more like a sprinter? Maybe not quite that hypertrophied, maybe not those big muscles, but firm, fit. That's because they lift weights and they do more metabolic work. It's just steady state training. So this is not the time of the year to be coming in looking for a treadmill at Y.E.S Fitness, because we do not do that. We do have treadmills, and you're welcome to use them in conjunction with the program that we write for you to help you achieve your goals. I have a woman right now. She's going to run a half marathon on this Sunday. And she came to us and wanted to improve her times. And we've been able to improve her muscle mass. And we've been able to help her recovery because of strength training. And her training times have been better. So I anticipate when she comes to me on Monday morning that she's going to tell me that she's run the best time that she's run in a long time. And she's in her mid-60s. She's 65 years old running a half marathon. And Probably going to be able to run it faster than I could because I'm not a marathon runner. But the strength training and the nutrition are going to go a long way in her program. So there's a few things that I have for pet peeves. If you have a pet peeve, you're welcome to put it down, and maybe I can address it if it relates to nutrition and exercise. If not, thanks for watching, and look for us next week again on Tuesday at 3:30 for more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.